So hey y'all, what's good? What's popping? I'm glad that you can drop in. If you don't know me, my name's Samantha PBKA, your glow up coach. I'm here to help you glow up and show up as the very best version of yourself, no matter what that may look like for you. Okay, listen, I'm so fired up right now because a fellow flawless babe just dropped her testimony. Okay, just dropped her testimony, and if you're just not tuned in, tapped in, and turned on to this, okay, I'm gonna read it off to you. Okay, so that you can be inspired. Okay. She took charge of her life. Okay. This flawless babe took charge of their life and said they were 235 pounds when they started. They are now down to 190 and they've been using the products for 4.5 months. Okay. From 235 to 190 in the span of 4.5 months. What would your life look like if you bet on yourself? What would your life look like if you took a chance on yourself? What would your life look like if you remained consistent, not even for an entire year, for 4.5 months, for 5 months? If you took a chance on yourself for 5 months and said, this right here is the time that I'm going to really bet on myself. And I'm going to let y'all in on a little bit of secret. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. When you bet on yourself, it's already stacked in your favor. When you bet on yourself, you already won. When you take a chance and you take an opportunity to really say, you know what? I'm tired. One thing that my grandma used to always say, like if we kept repeating the same habits, if we keep doing the same thing over and over again, okay, y'all already know repeating the same exact thing over and over and over again is the definition of insanity. But if we allow people and we allow ourselves to repeat certain habits, she would say you're just not tired enough. She would say if you really wanted to change your life, you're just not tired enough. You're still putting up with it. Even if it's so bad. Okay? Even if you're in a relationship where it's like they talk to you all crazy and everything like that, and you're still taking it, she would say you're just not tired enough. And it took me years to fully understand this. It took me years to fully understand the gravity of her statement. When you get tired enough, when you're tired of breaking the promises to yourself, okay? Sometimes I talk about this in my lives. When you break promises to yourself, that lowers your self-esteem, because self-esteem and self-love and all those things can only be built up by you. Okay? That's why it's called self in front of it. Okay? That's why it says self in front of it. You can only build yourself up and you can only tear yourself down with your continuous habits. Okay, where you are today is a direct reflection of who you were 6 months ago, of the habits that you created for yourself 6 months ago. Okay, but when we take time to realize that we are in complete control, okay, we are in complete control of the direction our life goes. it it takes away all the excuses. It takes away all those things that we just were like, well, if they just did this, if I actually had somebody to hold me accountable, if I actually had somebody to go to the gym with me, if I actually had someone to hold my hand through the process, if I actually had this person with me, my own personal cheerleader, if I had that, no telling where I'll be. Okay, no telling where I be, and that's true. If you had somebody in your corner the whole time, you would get to the next level. Okay, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Okay, you could be your own cheerleader. You can help yourself get to the next level. Okay, you can be that person for yourself. But if you feel like you need a little extra help, if you feel like you need additional assistance, if you feel like you need someone to hold your hand through the process, that's why we're here. We're here to hold your hand. That's the whole reason why we have a private Facebook group. That's the whole reason why we took all this time to create all these additional layers of support. Because the person I was 5 years ago could have used me. The person I was last week could have used me. Could have used somebody that cared about them, Could have used somebody that was there for them. Could have used somebody who genuinely wanted to see them win. Could have used somebody, okay, that really cared about their journey, their process, about their life. Okay, because while you're in the thick of glowing up, okay, while you're in the middle of transforming not only who you are, but you're the very core of your being, while you're in that process, it can be a little bit lonely because your friends that you had are gonna be like, girl, why don't we go out drinking and dancing? Why don't we smoke no more? Why don't we eat all the food that we used to do? Why don't we go to places that we used to go? Why are you so different? Why are you switching up on me? When in actuality, when people say, why are you changing? Okay, why are you switching up? Why are you not being this person that you were for me for all these years? Why are you not allowing me to talk to you the way that you used to allow me to? Okay, let's be real. If we're gonna have this conversation, we'll be real about it. I don't know. There's somebody on this live that needed to hear this because every now and then I get these little sparks. Okay, somebody needs to hear this. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you're sitting at your desk, but turn the volume up because this is for you. This is a channeled message, okay? Like they like to say on TikTok, because I have no clue where this came from. But listen, if somebody approaches you and they say, why are you acting so different? Why are you acting so funny? Like, we used to do this all the time. We used to smoke all the time. We used to drink all the time. We used to go to Wendy's, okay, and eat a 4 for 4 times per week. Why you acting real different? Why you acting weird to me? Why you acting weird to me? When in all actuality, we are created to grow. We were not meant to stay exactly the same. We were not meant to be the same person every single day of our lives. We're created to evolve. And if those people are not comfortable with the new you, it's all right. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them think that you're acting different. Let them feel like you changed up, you switched up. Let them feel those emotions. Because you're in the process of changing your life for the better. You're in the process of allowing yourself to live longer. You're in the process of realizing where you are is not where you're meant to be for the rest of your life. You're in the process of leveling up. You're in the process of glowing up. And people always say it's lonely at the top. It's so lonely at the top. It's crowded at the bottom. Let me learn you something real quick. Because I've seen the top, middle, and the bottom. I've seen all 3 levels. I have seen all 3 levels. Okay. I've seen the bottom on Struggle Street. I've seen the middle and just trying to make it, just trying to figure out like where I should be. Like, do I want to go up? Do I want to go down? Down is familiar, up is scary. Okay, because I wasn't familiar with it, didn't know what was going on. But did you know that the top is not lonely? Did you know that? The only people who say it's lonely at the top are people that haven't been there. The only people that say it's lonely at the top are the people that have not taken the time to strive higher. The only people who say it's lonely at the top are the people that haven't made it there yet. Because, baby, listen, it's not lonely. It's not lonely at the top. It's not lonely when you reach your goals. It's not lonely when you level up, not only financially, but also spiritually and metaphysically and physically and all those different type of things. It's not lonely up there. Okay? Stop believing the hype. Stop believing the lies. Keep pressing. The place that's lonely is that middle area. Okay? That place where you just kind of got out of struggle. You just kind of started forming a routine. You just kind of started working out every now and then. You just kind of started, playing around with eating healthier. Your friends are noticing that you're moving a little bit different. It's kind of lonely there because it's unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar territory. That's why it's lonely. But eventually your tribe finds you. Eventually your tribe will find you. When you're in the process of changing your lifestyle, okay, actually becoming that rich auntie version of yourself that you want to be, you becoming that corporate baddie that you want to be, you're like actually loving on yourself the way that you should be loved. Okay, you start accepting things that feel good instead of what's familiar. That could be a little bit lonely. That's the area that's kind of lonely because it's unrecognizable. You don't recognize the people and things around you. But once you start feeling comfortable in the new version of you, once you start feeling comfortable in your new habits and your new healthier lifestyle, oh baby, you gonna be going to brunches, you gonna be having friends over, you gonna be getting your nails done at spas. And even if you don't really like people like that, you could just go ahead and see them at conferences. If you a little introvert like me, okay. But stop believing these lies and tricks to keep you stuck, because there's a lot of people around you. Okay, listen, there are a lot of people around you that love the old version of you. Number one is familiar. Number two is quite comfortable. And number three, they love that version of you because that's the version of you that they can talk to you any type of way. That's the version of you where you fold. That's the version of you that they have control over. That's the version of you that they know that they could level. They could beat this version of you. They could beat that version of you. But the moment that you decide, you know what? Y'all go ahead and share this live. I don't know who this is for, but it's for somebody because I don't really be going off like this. Share this live. Okay, there's this version of you that is healed. There's a version of you that is transformed. There's a version of you that doesn't put up with the same type of nonsense. There's a version of you that scares those people who keep asking you if you switching up. There's a version of you that scares those people because you're a light. You're a light. If you can hear the sound of my voice right now, okay, I know the Fit Fine Flawless is about glowing up and showing up as the very best version of yourself. I know that. I know the Fit Fine Flawless was created to help you look good. I know that. We know that. We know this. We got receipts. We got receipts, baby. We got receipts. We know this. Hey, Sierra. But did you know that the Fit Fine Flawless was also built to help you genuinely feel self-love? Did you know that the Fit Fine Flawless was built so that you can genuinely love yourself and build your self-esteem? The Fit Fine Flawless was created more along the lines of allowing yourself to be selfish. Because there's a whole bunch of words that have self in front of it, and we neglect them. There's a whole bunch of words in the English dictionary and in the world, okay, that has self in front of it that we ignore because we're constantly showing up for other people. We're constantly being everything for everyone and not ourselves. How many times, okay, be honest, say it in the comments. How many times have you gone through your whole entire day? You made breakfast for your husband. You made breakfast for your kids. You cooked for everybody else. You made sure the dog was fed. Okay. You made sure that everyone else is straight around you. And then you sit down and you're like, did I eat today? Did I eat today? Did I make sure that I was happy today? Did I take a moment for me today? You wash everybody else's clothing. You're taking out everybody's trash. You're taking everybody else's stuff. Okay, you taking everybody else's stuff. And you sit down and you have a moment to yourself. Like, am I okay? Am I happy? Am I good? You're constantly being everything for everybody else. But when was the last time you tried to be a little bit of something for yourself? Listen, y'all know I'm being real. Y'all know I'm being real. Y'all know I'm being real. Listen, I've been there, done that, got the postcard, the little letter. Okay, I don't got kids, but I do have a little fur baby. Okay, made sure that everybody else is fed. Made sure that everybody else was emotionally straight. Made sure that everybody else was where they needed to be when they said they were gonna be there. Okay, made sure that everybody else was on track, but didn't take a moment for me. Okay, you cannot pour from an empty cup. I know I talked about this a lot last year, but it still remains true today. It's gonna remain true until the end of time. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you get burnt out and you are everything for everybody else, what's going to happen? I'm gonna tell you. It's a little shocker. It's a little shocker here. If you get burned out and you everything for everybody else, okay, everything's gonna fall apart. Surprise. So I encourage you today. It's all about yes. Hey, what's good? Let's see what's popping. I encourage you today to take a moment and just think and establish some sort of self-care routine. Okay? I just ordered the soap. Yes! Yes! Okay, welcome to the family. Welcome back. Take a moment for you. Okay, thank you for being you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being there for yourself. Okay? But take a moment. Take a moment, okay? And establish some sort of self-care routine. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if it's just like, you know what? I'm just going to spend a little bit of extra. I'm going to light a candle. I'm going to light a candle every single day for me, okay? When I take my little shower, I'm going to light me a candle. Because that reminds me that I'm the light, okay? Or have it even be at nighttime. I'm going to make sure that I drink a little cup of tea, a little spot of tea at the end of the day. Okay, and that's my me time. That's my me time. Take a moment and establish what is meant for you time. Okay? Because if we keep pouring and 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 pouring into other people, we're gonna be burnt out and angry. We're gonna feel upset. We're going to have a chip on our shoulder and feel like the world owes us something when in all actuality, we owe ourselves. You owe you. Okay? Remember that. Feel that. Own that. Because the moment that we radically accept that we owe ourselves and that the world doesn't owe us anything, we take back control. Okay? That was how my life changed. People ask me like how I was able to level up, like what you do to change, what you do. Radical acceptance. I accepted the fact that I cannot change anyone else around me, and I can only change myself. Radical acceptance. I accepted the fact that I cannot make people do what I want them to do, even if it's to better themselves, and I only have control of me. That's when my life changed. That's when it changed. I can only control me. That's it. I can only respond the way that I'm going to respond, okay? Whether it be positive or negative, okay? That's all I have control of. The way that I respond to situations and the way I allow things to feel towards me. And when I realize people feel a certain way because they feel in some type of way, okay? Somebody may be mad because it just feel like being mad. And it's not on you to understand that. Okay? It's not on you to understand that. Thank you so much for the follow, brand new 49. Thank you. Listen, take a moment to establish some sort of self-care routine. I purposely made our bundles in a way that you have to start a self-care routine. Okay, that's the reason why some of our bundles are 4 steps. Surprise. Surprise. That's the reason why some of our bundles are 4 steps, because you are allowed to spend 20 minutes for you. Okay, that's the reason why you got to put this soap on your butt. Okay, let it rest for 5 minutes. You get 5 minutes of me time. Okay, you get 5 minutes to dedicate to you time. Okay, it's time that we take back our power. Hey, Manny, it's time that we take back our moments. Okay, it's time that we accept the fact that we cannot change other people, and we can only control how we respond to situations. And that's how you're really gonna level up. Okay? I don't know who this message was for. Hey, what's up, Manly Manny? What's good with T? I don't know who this message was for. I don't really go off like that quite often. I don't really talk about love, self-love that heavy all the time. But it was meant for somebody on this live, either now or when y'all go back and see the recording. I don't know who that was for. Okay? I am. Listen, it was for you. That's the whole reason. It was for you. You the one that came into my life just completely threw this. I felt somebody needed to hear this. I missed it, dang. Oh, you can go on YouTube and rewatch it, okay? But listen, basically all I was saying was self-love is the best love. Because you're the only one that can give it or take it away. That's it. That's it. Radical acceptance. That was another main topic of this live. Okay, if you're watching a replay or anything like that, that was the main topic. Okay, I love y'all. I want to see you train. I want to see you transform your life.